Well, a lot of people believe when all the light heavyweights are at their best that Magomed Ankalaev is the best in the world. Had that draw with Jan Blachowicz, but no denying the accolades and the skills of one Magomed Ankalaev.
Oh, he's the boogeyman. This guy is the boogeyman. This guy keeps you up at night. This guy is Freddy Krueger whenever you go to bed and your eyes shut. He can do everything. He's a tremendous striker, and if things start to go wrong in the striking realm, he has unbelievable wrestling. He is as good as they come and seems to be a guy that's going to linger on the top of the light heavyweight division for a long time.
Of course, he came perilously close to winning the title, that split draw with Jan Blachowicz at UFC 282. Ankalaev with another huge fight in front of him here tonight. All right, so the outstanding boxer getting back on the proving ground here tonight, and I know in his last fight he got a little bit sensitive because we talked so much about his hands. He's a layered mixed martial artist, but certainly boxing has been his foremost skill, at least thus far in the UFC.
Well, it's his bread and butter. When he's doing his best work, it's behind the hands. It's behind the setups. And we as broadcasters have seen enough of the sport at the highest level and boxing to know that that is the path that he is showing. That is the path that he has chosen. His footwork, his speed, his feints, his setups, they are all boxing-centric. So we call him a boxer, and guess what? Take pride in that. You're one of the best in the UFC at using that skill.
His jab is great, but he has told us this week he believes that the knockout's going to come with that patented left hook. We'll find out here in a matter of moments. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Magomed Ankalaev. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, the Korean Superboy,
And there's Herb Dean. He will handle the action inside the octagon.
Good.
All right, early round action here, and if we had a fantasy draft for light heavyweights, perhaps Magomed Ankalaev would be the #1 pick right now. Fan base absolutely bullish on this man's future. Pretty good test in front of him tonight, a good litmus test to see where he's at relative to the truly elite fighters in this division. Able to check that kick as well. Nice jab by Choi. Edge of your seat action as expected so far. Big uppercut.
Big combination. Big right hand.
Trying to establish that jab once again. Hook shot attempt to the head here. Instead, it's blocked by Choi. He's got good leg kicks. There it is. Frantic pace early on to this one.
Protect your face.
Well, the left hook has been there at times, not that time. And just inches away from landing one of those.
He's going guillotine. He's trying to tighten the grip on his guillotine choke. He seems to have it, but he's got to really get his hips up into his opponent and make sure his opponent doesn't roll off to the side.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense. Get them out here. In the half guard. Oh, nice.
Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Block! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
I need you to be active on the ground now.
Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Ankalaev getting touched here repeatedly with these ground and pound strikes from the top. Referee's not going to bail you out. Oh, big pop from the crowd as they get back to their feet after a pretty scintillating grappling battle there on the ground.
Well, it's an educated crowd, John. They appreciated all the grappling exchanges and how skilled both of these men are. What a beautiful body kick.
Keep going with that.
Just over 2 minutes, round one.
Liver kick.
All right, good job by him there to raise the guard and protect his head.
He's doing a good job of keeping the guard high, blocking his head, making sure he's not taking those damaging strikes up top. Lands a quick jab.
Heavy leather landed on both sides in that exchange.
Keep moving forward.
Really using his reach advantage to great effect with that punch there.
Come on, buddy. Keep your hands up. Let's go.
Straight right hand, no good. Oh, a nice straight there by Ankalaev. Trying to hammer that lead leg. Oh, he's staying busy here, connected with a barrage of punches. Straight right hand counter. Leg kick is true. Under a minute now to go in the opening round. Oh, well timed with that teep. Beautiful technique on the straight right hand.
He's got that single collar tie.
Well, champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It may not pay dividends right now, but the more you go there, the more damage you do, eventually it will show itself. Right now, it's starting to show. Guillotine jump.
Trying to tighten up the grip on the guillotine choke now. Oh, looking for the submission again.
They're both struggling so much to get out of this position.
Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Oh, nice punishing kick to the body. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one.
All right, take a seat, buddy. Good round, okay? You won that round by controlling position on the ground. I need more of that. If you're on top, I need you to keep that.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the highlights from those previous 5 minutes, DC, and no padding, no glove on that foot.
No glove, no padding, and look at the hip action when he throws those kicks. He's not only kicking just for feel, he's really trying to damage his opponent, and as the fight goes longer, you will start to see it take an effect.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round two is underway. Nice jab.
What a beautiful left punch that landed there.
Well-placed kick there by Choi. He's looking to land the right, just out of range.
Keep your hands up for me. Come on now. Let's go.
Good punch.
Well, the more things change, the more they stay the same. He continues to land a high volume of strikes on his opponent at will.
Well, I mean, John, the guy can fight everywhere. And he can fight everywhere, meaning he can fight on the ground, he can fight in the stand-up, but he's also able to do it because his cardio is so good.
Right.
This is one of the best fighters that we have seen for a long time, and it is showing in this performance.
Tried to set up the straight left, but he missed. Ooh, pretty good uppercut.
Oh, he jumped guillotine right away. Yep, that guillotine's deep. starts throwing down.
Well, he has expended a lot of energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually submittable.
No, it doesn't seem like it, because every time he goes for a submission, he gets close, or at least he expects to get close. But his opponent is so on his game that he's not giving him much to work with. This has been a beautiful display of grappling offensively, but also defensively.
Goliath gets up. He is back on the feet here. Oh! Huge kick to the head. So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round one, a little bit of a feeling out process. Now he has clearly found his rhythm, found the range. We'll see if he can continue with more activity here in round two. Nice 1-2 combination there. His misses are entertaining. Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be headhunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach.
Oh, beautiful jab there by Choi. Well, he continues to stay busy, and he continues to land with volume punches here.
I mean, volume, but he's not wasting anything. He's so accurate out there.
Under 2 minutes to go here in our second round. All right, so a little welt there starting to develop on the side of his body. A lot of strikes landing in that area tonight.
I mean, he's got to do something. You cannot continue to ignore that you're getting hit in the body over and over again. You better address it now before we get to a point where you can't continue to fight.
Man, these guys have some chins on them. Huge shots being landed on both sides. Straight to the body by Ankalaev. Calf kick lands, and it is starting to bruise now.
Dude better check these kicks. He's not going to be able to fight too long if he doesn't.
Jab is on point right now. Dude's in a good flow state, landing punch after punch.
Under a minute now to go round two. Choi's nose is bleeding now, so we'll see how he handles that adversity, but nothing ideal about it here in the middle of this fight.
Hands higher, hands higher.
That punch no good. Timely defense there, huge block for him. Well, no feeling out process tonight. Both fighters invoking damage on the other.
Yeah, we knew this would be very competitive. We knew that this was a tough fight. We knew that both guys would be very evenly matched in this fight, but we didn't expect to see this type of war between these two guys.
Final seconds. All right, round three coming up next. All right, so there's the end of the round. You see the blood trickling down as he makes his way back to the stool. Cut on the bridge of the nose, or so it appears from the strike in that round. Cut man getting right to work. All right, well, I'm no doctor. I'm not going to diagnose a broken nose, but a huge cut on the bridge, and his opponent continues to attack it.
Continues to attack it as he should. He did the damage. He was the one that landed the shot that opened up that cut. Now he's got to make his opponent pay for it. He was a bit lax in the defense, and now he's got that massive cut on the bridge of his nose.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. All right, so next round underway here, and you got to admire the stamina that both of these guys still exuded towards the end of that round. Both men put a particular focus on their cardiovascular commitment in this training camp, and it's clearly paid dividends here tonight. We have two legitimately fresh fighters here as we hit this next round. Well, not only has he stayed aggressive as he was in the previous round, landing a high volume of strikes, but he's also been efficient, not just with his strikes, but also with his body movement. Complete performance out of this fighter here tonight. Ankalaev gets stunned there by that stiff jab. Oh, nice connection by him there, and that shot actually cut him open, champ.
He was landing at a rate that was so high that you knew that something had to change or you would start to see the damage. He opens up a cut on his opponent.
Circling to his right. Nice hook there by the Korean Superboy. Throwing that jab yet again out of range. So the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse. And you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fighter to see what type of effect it's starting to take on him. Whether or not he's reaching for it, whether or not he's confused by where it's at. You got to start to watch his reactions now as we go forward.
Looks like he's got that submission locked in.
He's really advanced now. Looks like he's going to get the finish. The guillotine looks like it's locked in. Right now, he's got to be patient. He's got to squeeze, but not too much. He's got to get the guard locked and try to find a submission. He's out. What submission defense on display?
Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
All right, working inside his opponent's guard here.
You cannot sit in these jiu-jitsu guys' guard. And you can't have one arm in, one arm out. Guys can start throwing up legs, chasing triangle.
And now leather being thrown on both sides. Oh, and he continues to pour it on. We mentioned earlier the aggression with his striking. Got to be careful to knock gas out here, but at least you have to admire the approach. Well, I think I can smell the blood at this point in time. That canvas didn't look like that a few fights ago. Blood is flowing from that cut with every passing strike.
Every strike. And it burns. John, it burns so bad. When you get cut like that, every time a shot lands, it just burns. So this guy needs to try to find a way to not take and limit the damage he's taking to this cut. Easier said than done.
Well, he's certainly keeping busy, DC, connecting with most of the punches he's thrown.
I mean, punches in bunches. He's doing a great job. Oh, he's in the clinch again.
Oh, nice shot there. Takedown landed by the Korean Superboy. Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter.
Now he's going full mount. And what he has to do here is just try to stay relaxed. Big explosive actions, panicky actions are what gets you submitted a lot of times.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Magomed Ankalaev. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. All right, so yet another ground and pound strike lands right there, DC. All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke. Great job finding his shots from the top position.
Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. All right, so another nice strike by him there, and he continues to attack that cut. Pretty sage decision by him to target that area.
We always talk about his fight IQ, John. We talk about his ability to recognize his advantages. That's exactly what he's doing. The moment he saw that cut, I knew that would become his focus.
Final seconds of round 3. So he'll walk back to his corner here. We'll see if they can get him physically, mentally back into the fight. What a moment at the end of that round.
But you're fine. This round, let's get on your bicycle. Use the option.
All right, let's get you a replay from that previous round. It was the big knockdown courtesy of that kick that nearly closed the show for good.
It almost closed the show, but nothing's more discouraging than when you get somebody hurt that bad and you don't shut the door. He has to go back to work now knowing that he's got about as tough a guy as he's ever had in front of him in the octagon tonight.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Right hook to the head, blocked. All right, well, he rocked him pretty good, but didn't sort of smell blood in the water, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, blood's in the water. You gotta go get it. You gotta go find the finish. You cannot let him off the hook like that, because now he will be motivated to try to go and hurt you as you hurt me.
Oh, and he lands another counter strike here. He has landed several in this round. And if you are a counter-striking stylist, you can do worse than watching this guy compete. Beautiful job defensively, head movement, foot movement, and ultimately finding a home for these counter shots repeatedly in this round. Choi's blocking well now. Made the adjustment, protecting what is an already damaged nose. Leg kicks all day. His mobility is compromised. Might get it back a little bit as the fight continues, but that's an obvious limp right now.
Well, it's going to take ice on the calf, ice on the thigh when he gets to the corner to try and bring it back. But once you get dead leg, there's not much you can do.
Well, I can't even relate to the mental and physical toughness we are seeing from these two individuals. Both fighters damaged and compromised, and yet
yeah, they're both leaning on the heart. They're both trying to really show that they belong. They're both trying to show that they're the better fighter. They have been matched at every single step. They're both bloody, battered, bruised, but neither one of them is willing to take a step back. These guys want to win. Very smart there. You never favor submission over a dominant position.
a lot of top pressure being applied here. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
And now he's got the back. Choi gets back up. Oh, a huge block there. Ankalaev's nose is just donating blood by the second here. I'm not so sure that nose isn't broken, DC.
Oh, nice.
Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start to drive these over and over. You got to be careful here. You got to move.
Well, at this point, he is really timing things out well. It looks like he'll try to set up another combination of counter strikes here. He'll try to bait his opponent in and ultimately use that over-aggressiveness against him. Well, you can see his leg is hurt here, starting to limp a little bit. I think Magomed Ankalaev is the guy we point to for exuding all of that toughness when he absorbed those leg kicks, but don't want to take too many more of those.
But like my... Oh, man!
Well, DC kind of just playing with him at this point, right? You think he's got to go in and just get him out of there.
Well, he's trying, but he gets a little bit anxious, so he starts to throw a lot of punches and not the right punches. And because he's throwing so much, he keeps missing, and by doing that, he's missing chances to end this fight.
Man, look at the size of that bruising on his body. Oh.
Beautiful shot lands to the leg.
Well, he has got to be thrilled. Whoa!
He's hurt bad.
A lot of blood now, and yes, the doctor is going to be called in. The referee pauses the action. His nose is absolutely mangled.
It's smashed. He's done a great job of smashing that nose, pushing it back. You see the blood coming down the face into the mouth, but it should not affect him being able to see his opponent in front of him.
A lot of blood, but perhaps not of the fight-ending variety. The doctor talks to the referee here, and all right, he'll be allowed to continue, at least for now. Good sign. All right, so some pretty significant adversity here, but the fight is going to continue. The doctor has left, and the ref gets us back underway.
Gets us right back underway, and it doesn't seem like there was too much thought into it. It looked like they were going to let him fight, and that's exactly what they did, and I could not be happier.
So wisely, he continues to attack that area that is cut wide open. When you were fighting, was that something you would do? You see a cut, try to attack it?
It's like a target.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to get your hands on that cut. You want to punch him in it. You want to elbow him in it. Anytime you see your work paying off, you go down the path.
Look how excited you just got talking about punching a dude who's already wide open. Like, you got really excited.
It is, right? And I'm old now. I don't even want to fight no more, but I do love a little damage.
Shore's eye is closing up. And there's the buzzer indicating the end of round 4. Heading back to the corner now after a competitive round. And Ankalaev's nose has got to be broken. I mean, there is no stopping that blood at this point in time. And ringside physician probably going to come in and take a look. We'll see. All right, well, defense wins championships, and perhaps he can shore some things up there. Here are some replays from the damaging previous round.
Well, he's got to. He's got to change some things if he doesn't want this cut to get worse. But hats off to his opponent. His opponent found the target. His opponent knew exactly what he wanted to accomplish, and he got it done. He's got to continue down the path in order to make the cut worse.
Ready.
So here it is, folks, 5th and final round. Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count. Ankalaev's really bleeding heavily now. That cut is only getting worse by the minute. The Korean Superboy gets caught with that punch. He's treading water now. Got to find a way to move those feet. Oh, nice straight punch there. Must be nice to have a reach advantage like this, DC. Throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home. Back and forth we go. Looks really bad. You got to think the ringside physician is going to get called in here in a moment.
Great timing on that double leg.
And he's back to his feet. Good sign for him there. Straight right hand counter, useful. Ankalaev's limping right now. Clearly that right leg is causing him problems. The last kick from his opponent appeared to do the most damage. Just misses there with the left. Oh, lands a nice straight. Well, don't get mad, get even, right? He got stunned by his opponent earlier. He got hurt again. Oh, this could just about do it.
He didn't like that left hand.
Shades of Robbie Lawler versus Rory McDonald as these athletes go toe-to-toe, both dealing with cuts and adversity and trying to fight through it. Absolutely incredible result.
So many people say they want to be a fighter. If I'm trying to convince somebody not to do it, I will show them this fight. This fight has been amazing. These guys have laid it all out on the line. I wonder now who's going to be the first one to take a backward step and almost concede that this is too much.
Use your hips to get back in the guard.
He's doing a great job of recognizing that he's damaging his opponent, and he keeps going to that spot.
Oh, nice movement to avoid that strike coming down. Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here.
He's just being more aggressive, and because he's being more aggressive and more loose with his strikes, he's landing.
These ground strikes are starting to add up. Well, this fight has been absolutely crazy. Both fighters continuing to target the head and the face of the other. I feel like we're going to get like an ambulance pick with these two guys later.
Yeah, they are both beat up. They are both unwilling to take a step back. They are both wearing the damage, but both okay with it in order to have a good, fun fight.
Well, some might describe this as critical condition. That eye is absolutely mangled. I wouldn't be surprised to see us get a stoppage here soon.
Yeah, I mean, John, you look at his face. He's been beaten up for a very long time. I could see the doctor coming into the ring. That hurt bad.
And back to his feet. Just misses with the jab there. What an absolute war it has been. Probably going to hold up in the fight of the year conversation, and I wouldn't be surprised to see both fighters at the hospital.
It just takes me back to certain fights. It takes me back to Michael Johnson against Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler versus Dustin Poirier. The best fights in the world is what I think about when I look at these two.
Well, you got to think it's only a matter of time. Yup, referee stopping the action here. That swelling is getting out of control. This might be the end, DC.
It's bad. I mean, it's a lot of swelling. And it's the damage that he has taken over the course of the fight that is making him swell to a point that I don't know if he can continue.
He's taking a close look. Going back to the referee. Looks as though he's going to allow the action to continue. Fans like that decision, but for the compromised fighter, maybe got to take some chances.
He's going to take a lot of chances now because he's got to rush. He cannot be as patient as he intended to be with that amount of swelling.
Oh, beautifully placed in time kick there by Ankalaev. And both fighters exchange in the pocket. Ankalaev's cheek is just fauceting blood all over his face, all over the canvas. Like, where's the ringside physician? Maybe time to call on the doctor. I don't know. Oh! Huge right hand! Ankalaev's cut on his back and forth action right till the final horn. What a tremendous finish to this one as we go the full 25 minutes. All right, the official decision is now in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 49-46. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, the Korean Superboy, Do-Ho Choi.
So the Korean Superboy, Do-Ho Choi, with another highlight for the reel tonight. That reel's getting pretty crowded. Crazy to think this guy is just getting started. Maybe a few years removed from his fighting prime. We'll see just how far